Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to dive into a question that people have been asking for, well, forever. Who are you really? I'm not talking about your job title or the roles you play. I mean the part of you that is and always will be completely indestructible. Seriously, just think about that for a second. Your body changes, right? Your thoughts, your feelings, they're all over the place all the time. Your job, your relationships, everything is in motion. So what's the one thing, the one constant thread that runs through your entire life? You know, this is where so much of our anxiety comes from, isn't it? We get so attached to these temporary labels. And then, when they inevitably change or even disappear, we feel lost. We're afraid of losing things because we've tied our entire identity to things that can actually be lost. But what if there's a totally different way to see ourselves? What if an answer has been sitting there for thousands of years? Well, the ancient text known as the Bhagavad Gita offers a really profound perspective on this exact problem. And it all starts with one incredibly powerful verse. Okay, so this is a verse from the second chapter of the Gita. Now, I know it looks complicated, but it's basically an ancient, poetic, and super direct description of what it calls the Atman, or the true self. But what on earth does it actually mean? Here's the translation. It's a pretty bold claim, right? It's describing a part of you that's completely invulnerable to any physical force and exists beyond the limits of time and space. So let's do this. Let's break down exactly what these powerful words are telling us about who we really are. All right, let's dig into these qualities one by one. We're going to sort of peel back the layers of our temporary identity to try and find the thing that is totally permanent. First up, the Gita says the self is uncuttable. Now, what does that mean? It means it's indivisible. It's not like a physical thing you can break into smaller pieces. It's a single, unified, whole, and complete reality. And it can't be burned. I mean, think about it. Fire is one of the most powerful transformative forces we know. It can turn solid stuff into ash and gas. But the Gita says fire has absolutely no effect on the self, which really hammers home its completely non-material nature. It's the exact same idea with water. You know, water can dissolve or wear down pretty much anything in the physical world over time, but it can't touch or alter the essence of the self. Why? Because that essence just isn't physical at all. And finally, it can't be dried by the wind. So just pause and think about that. The first major takeaway here is that your true essence is completely invulnerable. It cannot be cut, burned, dissolved, or withered away. Period. So beyond just being invulnerable, the Gita says the self is nityaḥ, which means eternal. This suggests it exists outside of time as we understand it. It was never born, and it will never, ever die. Then we get to the concept of sarva-gataḥ, and this one is truly mind-expanding. It means all-pervading. The idea here is that your true self isn't just locked up inside your body. It permeates everything in existence, which connects you to everything and everyone. The verse also uses two different words just to make sure we get the point that the self is immovable and unchanging. So, while the world around you is constantly shifting and changing, this suggests there's a core reality inside you that is absolutely stable. It's like a firm anchor in the storm of life. And lastly, it's described as sanātanaḥ, or ancient. This just reinforces its eternal nature. It's always existed, and it will always exist. It is, quite simply, without beginning and without end. So, a part of us that's uncuttable, eternal, and everywhere all at once. It's a really beautiful idea. But here's the crucial question. What do we do with this information? How does knowing this actually change the way we live our everyday lives? Well, the source text suggests this understanding isn't just some dusty philosophical exercise. It has really profound practical applications. It actually offers a path to move beyond fear, to connect more deeply with others, and to find a stable inner peace. Let's take a look at each one. First, and this is a big one, overcoming the fear of death. If your true identity isn't this physical body, but this eternal, indestructible self, then the end of the body is no longer the end of you. It completely reframes our greatest existential fear. It becomes a transition, not an annihilation. Second, it becomes a foundation for some seriously deep compassion. I mean, if the same eternal self that's in you is also in every single other person, how could you ever truly wish them harm? This perspective shifts us away from a feeling of separation and toward a feeling of profound interconnectedness. And finally, finding inner peace by shifting our identity away from the fragile, temporary things of the world, our jobs, our possessions, our status, and anchoring it in our unchanging, eternal self, we can achieve a real state of freedom. Our well-being is no longer dependent on things that can be taken away from us. So we want to leave you with this final thought. Try to take this ancient description not as just a piece of trivia, but as a new lens to look through. If you looked at your life, at your challenges, at your relationships through this lens, what would change for you? How would you walk out the door tomorrow knowing that you are, at your very core, indestructible?